Attention, 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 attention.
Next week, an evil space ruler seeks the services of a doctor.
Oh, it's gonna be a big night tonight. Hit that curtain!
We welcome you to Guitar Talk Universe.
Attention, 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 attention.
British Columbia.
Okay. 30 seconds before we went on, Steve is taking a call from Bangladesh about his carbon monoxide tester in his house.
Yeah, what's the next bit?
He's talking to Bruce from
8.
Thank you very much indeed.
This is going to be the greatest show ever. We had 9 people. We already lost 2. That's nice.
Have a wonderful rest of the night. We'll start the weekend. So.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, thank you to Sandra for the intro and everything. Deborah was the first one in. There's Blue Mox. And yes, my foot is currently on my expression pedal Sans toe switch. There's Ted working on Facebook. All right. Oh, yeah, it's working. And we'll go back and see if Steve is off the phone with Bruce from Bangladesh.
Yep.
There he is.
He was really great. I'm like, I have to go. He's like, well, let me just tell you, with the time, they're probably not open right now. It's like, I don't care. I have to go. So, anyway. We are so professional. Did you play the intro video like several times?
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and play it again since we got some people in here.
All right, do that, and then I'll cue up the actual backing track that we're going to do. How's that sound?
All right, here we go.
Attention, attention. Attention, 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 attention.
Next week, an evil space ruler seeks the services of a doctor.
Dr. Smith. That's our backing track.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be a big night tonight. Hit that curtain!
We welcome you to Guitar Talk Universe.
Attention, 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 attention.
Is it on a loop?
No, that's me clicking it back and forth.
All right, here we go then. I knew the end was coming. the end is nigh. Oh, I guess we should say hello to chat people. What we got? Let's have a look here. First in was Deidre. Hello, Deidre. Then we got Sandra. Hey, Sandra. Thank you very much for your help with all of this so far. It's been fantastic.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I go to Sandra, hey, can you do some type of intro? And I give her just a brief description. I swear it was under 4 minutes. And she's like, how's this? I'm like, it's perfect. It's as a matter of fact, why don't we play the intro again? Because it's just so good.
Go on in.
Next week, an evil space ruler
Lost
seeks the
his face!
services of a doctor.
We got to find that backing track.
Yep. Well, everybody
Oh,
loves
it's gonna be
go-go
a big
dancers, even
night
if they are
tonight.
made out of wood.
Hit that curtain.
We welcome you to Guitar Talk Universe.
And if you didn't know, that totally rad voice in the background is actually Sandra Picorni.
There you go. I figured as much. That's fantastic, Sandra. Thank you. Blue Morks is here. Ted is here. That sneaky Ted guy. The answer to that, Blue Morks, is yes. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, Ted
And as
is
you can
here.
tell, Steve and I have worked very hard. As a matter of fact, before we came on for a half an hour, all I heard from Steve was, oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, Facebook locked me out. It was really helpful, right?
I changed my password. Oh, for fuck's sake!
You know that wonderful thing where it says you don't know your password, so then you ask for a new password, and then it says you can't use the old one, and it's like, oh, come on. So I had it right in the first place. But anyway, who else we got? We got Jay. Joy. Jay. Can I not read? That's Joy, right?
Yeah, Joy.
Okay.
Did we say Wilma?
No, I'm just getting there. Neil. Neil's here. Neil Mango. Wilma. Hi, Wilma. And Ricky Compton. Way Up Dude is here. You like his picture, don't you?
What's my sister? It's just kind of creepy.
I know. But you're from Kentucky, so it's fine. Who else?
This is my old channel, but Steve and I now own this channel 50-50. So it's a long story, but no, he is full half owner, which means his Lamborghini's probably getting ordered right now.
Yeah, probably. And how did Poo Ninja manage to guess that? Damn, first go. Woo, Ninja. All right. So the point of this channel is to actually have a sort of edutainment function. So we're going to mix in a little bit of jamming, but a lot of sort of guitar music education. And the way we're going to start this off is I'm going to be the teacher and Q's going to be the student. He's going to be the guinea pig. It was his idea. Before you think I'm being mean, it was his idea.
This is called Steve Learns Q.
Yeah.
Steve's, I hate to throw the T word out there, theory, but Steve's theory is vastly more impressive than mine.
But we're not going to sort of go leaping in.
Here's
as Q likes to say, Rick Beato style. We're going to start off basic and also field questions. So the whole thing is, whatever we're talking about. And there will be PDFs. You can actually ask for us to send you the stuff that we're actually talking about. So, you're more than welcome to ask for that as well.
The problem I have with Rick Beato, look, the guy knows more than... Okay, but we don't want anybody... We want this to be highly... what's the word I'm looking for? With the chat, involved with the chat. There is not a stupid question. If you don't know, how do you supposed to learn? If you don't
exactly.
If you don't know what a 145 is and everybody's saying it and you're like, you feel bad because you don't know it. Look, dude, we are not here. We're here to help. We want the questions coming in from the chat. And we'll do videos on it. We'll do examples. Steve probably has PDFs on this and that. But we want you to learn and not be ever afraid to ask any question. You know, what do the dots on those mean? Dude, it's not a stupid question. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. Holy moly. Tex is here. Hey, Tex, how's it going?
There we go. Sandra's got it. Absolutely. Yep. I think you know us by now. We're kind of goofballs, but we're fairly serious musicians. Just ask. Yep.
Totally.
Because believe me, I can ask some stupid questions. Where
so can I.
Steve's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
And I will. But anyway, so the subject that we're going to start off with is literally the importance of knowing the note locations on the fretboard. And it's one of those things that, you know, people kind of get a little terrified of, but it's actually kind of straightforward. There's just a couple of simple things you need to know, and then from that you can kind of find your way around the fingerboard really easily. So the one thing that happens is that we get a natural grid. We have the frets going.
Whoops. I wanted to present you. I'm touching stuff again. I'm sorry.
Buttons. Don't touch the buttons, Q. So we have the frets going across the fingerboard, and we have the strings going along the fingerboard. And so it naturally creates a grid. So if you're the sort of person who can, you know, remember when we used to have to read maps to go places, or you can read a bar graph in, you know, it's a simple mathematical problem, whatever, you can find your way around the fretboard. No problem at all. There's a simple bunch of things to know. If you can visualize a piano keyboard, you know how it's a mixture of white and black keys, and the black keys do have some gaps in them, and that's because there are a couple of notes that do not have a black key in between them. So the notes of E and F always follow each other, and the notes of B and C always follow each other. There's no black key in between them, and that basically happens in a linear fashion on the fretboard. So with that in mind, you just need to know what are the open notes of the guitar. Let's go for a cleaner sound than that. Let's go shred lessons. So, with that, you have E, A, D, G, B, E, which for the kids is elephants are darn good banana eaters. For the adults, it's every acid dealer gets busted eventually. Once you know that, and then you know that the notes of E and F and B and C, follow each other, then you know if this string starts with an E, then immediately the first fret space, that's F. Then it'll be a 2 fret climb to G, 2 frets up to A, 2 up to B, but then just 1 to C. Because the B and the C follow each other. 2 to D, and then 2 up to E, and lo and behold, we're repeating ourselves. Let's go with citric. Anyway, so this double dot here basically is the repeating point. So these open notes. So you actually only kind of need to know this. Once you know this, you know this. That's it. Simple as that. And then, because of the grid thing, let's say we're playing the A at fret 5, and we want to find another A. Well, we have 2 E strings for a start. Yeah, the every acid dealer gets busted eventually, eventually. So we've got A at the 5th fret here, and A at the 5th fret there. But also, we have a 2 frets up and 2 strings across little kind of square pattern. So if you know where your F is, there's another F, G, A, and all your disco bass lines start coming in. And that's how they do it. So yes, all of these they're all on the same frets on the 2 E strings.
Let me throw my 2 cents worth in here.
Don't you dare.
Everybody knows your power chord, right? There's an A, D, right? Whenever you make a power chord, your first finger and little finger are always the same note. So that's an A, that's an A. So this
same thing. That's the little square.
Down 2 and up 2. This will help you when you're starting to really learn the notes on the fretboard. It helps to cut everything in half.
One thing I would say visually to make it easier for people looking in, you're holding a major chord and you're only hitting part of it. If you just do that with 2 fingers, it's clearer as to what you're not playing, as it were. So now you can play Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols. Like so. So yes, and Q is right. The index finger and that one will always be the same note. The important bit is the index finger is the root or name note of the chord. So again, if you know where your notes are, that's where all your little chords are as well. It's really simple, and a lot of sort of basic music theory comes down to 2 things. If you know your alphabet from A to G, and you can count to 8, that's all you kind of need to know, because the rest of it you can figure out. My buddy Tex is making fun of me for being in standard tuning. I know, I don't like it either, but there you go. So that's the first thing. So if you can start to, find your way around the fingerboard, when somebody says, "Oh, can you play an E note for me?" You're like, "Well, which one?" Because there's lots of them. And the curious thing with a stringed instrument like this is that we have 5 middle C's, whereas the piano only has 1, which I find really annoying, because it's the same black dot, they're all the same note, but the piano only has 1 of them, and that's really dumb. We can choose where we want to play it. That's the fun thing about that.
Well, also the cool thing about your first finger and little finger being the same note, remember, this shape, you just move it all down, 1 set of strings, right? Now, if I do it again, your first finger and little finger are not the same note. You have to slide your little finger up 1. Okay, so that's the top position power chord, second position, third position. If you're playing a top position chord, you take your first finger, put it where your little finger is, and make a third position chord. It's the same chord. This note is the same as where your third finger was here. It's down 2 and up 2. So if you're playing in a 2 guitar player band and you've got somebody's going G to A, well, you put your first finger where your little finger is, G, so that's one little trick.
Yeah, and a lot of people would say, well, why would you bother? Let me show you. So if you play just an open position A for me there, Q. All right, so if we both play together, it's not really obvious who's done what. Whereas if Q stays there and I play an A somewhere else, like here, or suddenly I've got a different. I'm still playing the same chord, but because I'm up an octave, you can now hear the two guitars. You can hear that my guitar is out of tune, which is really fun.
Well, you can hear that my tone is so much better. So
that's true. Yeah. Better than so many people's tone, actually. That's the interesting thing.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, dude, have you seen some of the other like guitar channels out there? Some of them are scary.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously, we know there's good ones, but there's some scary ones too. And it's like, did you think that was a good idea? Really?
What I can't get is Randy Price, who I nicknamed Fingers McGee. He's playing through that Yamaha Lunchbox amp.
Yep, just
and it sounds
straight in.
It sounds wicked. I'm like, dude,
it shouldn't, but it does.
I know.
Yep, it happens though.
But what we're getting at is theory is not as scary as Rick Beato. Believe me, Rick Beato talks for 10 seconds and he's lost me. It's like,
well, here's the fun thing. Like in that track we just jammed over, there's actually a bar of harmonic minor in it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it goes from... It does that.
And if you really watch me playing, I have like 10 good licks, and with the wah pedal, I have 20 good licks.
And
that's
why you want the yah-yah pedal back.
Right there.
Yeah.
But I play a lot of the same patterns, same licks, what I'm familiar with, what's under my fingers real good, and I'm not afraid to hit a bad. Actually, I'm afraid to hit a bad note. But you know what? Come on, dude. We're having fun here, and
totally. So there we go. I think that is our first little dip into the world of theory. Let's jam another track and then get the hell off of this contraption.
Get the funk out.
Yeah, not bad for a pasty face white boy. That's in the song before anybody complains.
It's in Extreme Get the Funk Out.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw Nuno here in Louisville. He was with remember Mourning Widows?
Mm-hmm.
It was like their second show, you know, him singing and playing.
Yep.
And it was at a club we played, and there was like 7 people, and 9 of them were guitar players, all standing in the back of the room like this.
Got it,
like this, right?
Yep.
So he comes out, I've had my fun at my day. You don't want to hear me sing.
Yep.
And nobody's up front. So I look left and right. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I walk up, stand right in front of him. I'm like, yeah, Nuno. The boy, he has tiny feet. I'm just saying.
Well, he's tiny.
I'm just saying he's got little bitty baby feet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to imply anything, but...
Well, so they were just in Vancouver just a few weeks ago. And I couldn't go on the night of the show, just purely because I was about to be flying down to Florida. So, but I was offered to hang out with them the day before and that sort of stuff. And then
I'm sorry. Did you just say you were offered to hang out with Extreme?
And Living Color, yeah. But they got held up at the border, so that didn't happen. So, but the next day, buddies of mine were at the show, and the really funny thing was that another friend of mine, Chad Kroger, was there, and he came out and sang a song. And Chad's not short; he's 6'3" or something. And he literally was head and shoulders above the whole group.
Oh wow!
Like they're all tiny,
yeah,
kind of thing. And he just looked like a giant, apparently, coming out on stage. So, yeah. But there you go.
So Steve was going to go hang out with Extreme with his friend, Chad Kroger.
Yeah, anyway, well, so it's fine. So I missed out on that one, but I'm going to be hanging out with Queensryche on the 31st, so I'll be fine.
Okay, Steve Brand, thanks for stopping by. Okay, we've...
I know, you hate it. You love it.
Hey, we played with the Flock of Seagulls back in the day.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like it. All right. I'm looking for a something else. How about A minor? You want A minor?
That sounds lovely.
Do you want to start?
I'll start.
Oh, all right. Hang on. Let me get back to the beginning.
Let me turn off my piezo pickup before Randy
All right.
Price comes in here and yells at me.
Okay.
Okay.
It's on. It's on, Bretta. Or at least it says it's on. I'm not hearing anything. You hear anything? Oh, there we go.
Way to end it, Steve. Well done.
Yeah.
Not only
I was watching the little ticker on that going, he's going to swap it over to me right now. I better be ready for this.
Not only do we not know what song's coming up next, we have no idea when it's going to end. So it's usually some dive bomb, something.
I was actually watching the little progress meter on that one. All right. Thank you so much for. Oh, look at that.
Oh, my God. I got to take a picture of this.
Take a picture of that. Yeah. Freeze frame. Freeze frame.
He didn't say anything about my tone, though.
Because it goes without saying.
Okay, before we get out of here, we're going to go ahead and play the intro again because Sandra put a lot of work into it. Hang on.
Yep. And Randy probably hasn't seen it.
Next week, an evil space ruler seeks the services of a doctor.
Oh, it's gonna be a big night tonight. Hit that curtain.
We welcome you to Guitar Talk Universe.
Oh, thank you very much.
And yeah, if anybody wants a PDF copy of the fretboard map with the notes on it so they understand what we're talking about next time, feel free just to leave it in the comments and something, and I'll figure out a way to get it to you. Facebook Messenger, I'm guessing.
And this was just kind of a short, our first video until we kind of...
Because we're not organized.
But we also, like I talked to Randy. Randy, you're on our list. We want other guitar players to come on and kind of, what are your tricks? How do you picture the fretboard? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Share the knowledge. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I look at it like this. Yeah.
And we want to send our condolences out to Randy. Apparently, Randy purchased a Fender Towmaster Pro pedal, and apparently it sucks. So... He said something about going to a 2 notes in his 5150, and he used the F word. So,
is it to do with being in Georgia?
That's a possibility.
Yeah. But there you go. I don't know what else to say about that. So I think we'll just thank everybody for being here, and we'll run away with our tails between our legs, and
wait, the Turd Master Pro. Wait. Charles Green's going to be on at what, 9 or 10?
Something like that.
Okay, he's in California, I think. Yeah. So he's like Steve. They use a different time zone out there for some reason.
Well, no, I'm north of the border, so I'm metric as well. So it gets really reminds you of the pedal I'm using. As in the modeler, it is the Ampero 2 by Hotone or Hot One, however you would like to pronounce it. So yeah,
and I'm using,
and then my super noisy wah-wah pedal.
I'm using the Headrush MX5.
Yeah,
Charles is in North Carolina.
Oh,
there's in 19 minutes. Okay,
right on. Again, thank you so much for all your help there, Sandra. That's fantastic, and thanks for being hands-on in the chat too. I really appreciate it.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, kids. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next Friday at 9 o'clock my time. It's like 2 in the afternoon Steve's time or something.
I don't even know. It's like so weird.
And hope Steve gets his carbon monoxide tester fixed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, kids.
How do I
see
make this go?
Oh, yeah. Do I... Oh, no, that's not me. I don't want to...
All right, I got rid of those. Are we still live?
I got to remove